Next, we have a presentation from Dedolight. We have Jennifer Tanksley-Coss and Roman Zenz, and we have our model up for the first time today, Aaron Fleming. Let's see what you guys got.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, thank you for having us back again. This is always a fun event to attend, and I'm especially thrilled to see so many people that have watched me grow up in this industry. It's like a family meeting. This is awesome. Thank you. We have a few items that we brought for you today. Some we'll use in our setup over here, some we have over at our booth, and you can have a closer look when you come visit us over there. First, we'd like to start with the smallest of the small ones that we have right now. It is the DLED3, which is a turbo version of the DLED2. It has one 40-watt LED light source in it. If you have a bicolor version of this, it has two 40-watt LED light sources in it. It is either battery operated or AC operated, and it's the same ballast for either one. You can just switch over to battery or to your AC mains power supply. So even though it looks very small, it packs quite the punch. This is the daylight version. Power is full up.
Yep.
This is in daylight, and we can focus it down to a very narrow beam, and with that, reach areas that are fairly far away with this tiny, tiny light source. For this fixture, we have the usual accessories that you know and that you've come accustomed to with the Dedolights. We have the projection attachments. We have soft boxes that can go in front, and it comes in a kit like that.
So this is actually the bicolor version. You can also do tungsten. So now I'm switching over to tungsten. So the range would be from 2700 on the tungsten side to 6800 on the daylight side. Just wanted to mention that.
Awesome.
And then
Thank
in
you.
the kit you see we have, you get 3 of the focusing lights. And it comes with everything you need, like the batteries, the projection attachment, AC power supplies, stands. So this could be a carry-on. It's really light and durable.
So in that configuration, it really is the smallest controllable lighting kit available on the market right now.
See?
So next, what we would like to talk about is our light stream system. And for that, I would also like to mention that we will gladly accept that challenge for comparison. One of the fixtures that was specifically designed for the use with reflectors and mirrors is the parallel beam fixture that is set up outside in the breezeway. Now, beam projectors are nothing new in our industry, but this fixture is special because it not only gives you a very defined, close to parallel beam, but it also gives you a very even light distribution all the way across the beam. The other aspect is that working with mirrors is nothing new either. We just spoke to Dave the other day that where he had to mount a reflective surface above the heads of actors to enable him to do a very specific 360-degree shot, Steadicam, 360-degree Steadicam shot. So working with mirrors is also nothing new. But if you put the two concepts together of clean, focusable, almost parallel beams and the use of reflectors, you are creating a very, very versatile, powerful, and elegant lighting system. A few things that we gain from that combination is less lighting stands on set, less trip hazards, less cables, less heat buildup on set, and most of all, the actors can move more freely Which brings me to another aspect of the whole system that actually makes this whole system work. By using a parallel beam fixture, you are creating a virtual light source that is far, far behind the fixture itself. By doing that, we are much less susceptible to the negative effects of the square law. So in other words, if an actor moves away from the light source or closer to the light source, the fall off that he is subject to, the fall off in light, is less drastic. Again, which enables them to move more freely and to move more naturally. And also the light itself just behaves in a more natural way, which is especially important or especially advantageous if you work in a practical location where you cannot take out the wall and put another light source. But you have the ability to clamp a mirror to the bookcase or to the desk and reflect the light to where you want it to be. Now the key to that is that you have a parallel light source so that the reflected light, you have control over that reflected light. If you reflect light that is not parallel and where the rays are diffuse already, your reflected light will be even more diffuse. So you want to give it some direction. You need to have direction. Another thing that we have noticed by designing these parallel beam attachments that we use on the front of our lights. So this is the parallel beam attachment that we have designed to go on the front of our lights. What we have noticed is that by adding this parallel beam attachment to the light in flood position rather than in spot, is that we have twice the amount of light that you would have from the fixture itself in spot position, because we are gathering the entire amount of light that exits the fixture in flood, and we bundle it down to a perfectly parallel beam. Those attachments are available for the entire range of our lights, the 400 watt HMI, the 200 watt HMI, all of the LED lights, the focusing LED lights, including that little DLED3 that is still going around. Yeah, including that one. Now, all of what we're showing you here is on a fairly small scale. But if we strike our light in the breezeway, if Richard could strike that light, you can see by having the light out in the breezeway completely out of the way from anything that is happening here on stage, we can go over this large distance with one reflector on the ceiling and bring the light over here where it is actually needed. But nobody is here with stands, nobody's here with fixtures, nobody's in the way.
Can you guys all see the reflector that's mounted on the catwalk up there? So basically it's redirecting the beam without really diffusing it. So we have 4 different stages of diffusion of the reflectors. This would be a fairly hard reflector, so it just basically redirects the beam without diffusing it. And another advantage of the parallel beam is that if you place the light source directly outside, let's say, a window, you always get a flaring beam. By using a reflector, you actually keep the beam parallel and then you get this nice shaft of light that you want. That's another big advantage of the parallel beam.
And for that, we also have different types of reflectors. There would be a reflector to redirect the light, and then there are several different reflectors to diffuse or to reflect it with a certain degree of diffusion that you would need or you would like.
Yeah, so come by our booth and check out all our lights and the reflected light system, and we also let you take it out for a spin. If you want to do a test, just come and talk to us.
We have 8 systems in town for you to take advantage of right now.
And
8 complete systems.
those parallel beam sources, they were recently on the new movie with Brad Pitt. Like we had four units on Ad Astra, and then also Linus Seagrand's new movie, First Man. They used 2 of our units, so it's become a very popular source. Check it out. All right, thank you.
Thank you.